was he who was knocking. And I chose to answer. And I chose to answer. I made a conscious choice. Very few are conscious. So how can they make the right choice? 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 And that's what everybody gets wrong. They don't have empathy. If they did, they would know what's wrong. Most people are selfish and they're always asking, how does this negatively impact me? Well, I wouldn't mind so much if things negatively impacted me. If things could get better. Things are going to negatively impact you either way, so. And at the same time, I hate authority. At the same time, I don't trust anything. Because most people aren't self-aware enough to hold themselves accountable. And they're not virtuous, so this is what you get when the majority don't give a shit. The majority of every identity group is pretty worthless. But they'll blame another generation, they'll blame another race, they'll blame another religion. When it's all the same. When it's all the same. And how can morality possibly coexist with liberality? Cause with liberality goes consciousness, when consciousness can be whatever you want it to be, you know? When there's no truth, anything can be whatever people say it is, you know? I know this is very schizophrenic. Like, what is truth, man? Well, if you don't believe that there is good or there is evil, then be prepared. For all kinds of evil. To ensnare the world. obviously they're not apathetic. Like, people wouldn't be on pills if they were actually apathetic, you know? Because they clearly see that there's something wrong. They just don't know what to do about it. Mass consumption is never the solution, okay? I get escapism. I get that. But you have to balance that out, you know? You can't just escape all the time. Because if that's the case, then you're not really escaping anything, you know? Like, if you're always high, you're never high. You know, you're just like on the same level. So you don't really experience a lift. You know? That's the best part about getting high, is when you elevate. You know, you're like, ooh, this was better than 5 minutes ago. You know? I'm trying to balance that out. I don't know. Dude, I used to work with that bitch. The one that's about to pass. Wait for it. There she is. Her name's Scout. Dude, she's parked right next to me. The last time that I saw her, she was in this parking lot at this grocery store, and she was parked in front of me. I feel like God wants us to talk again. Well, it's really cool because she's named after a character in one of my favorite books. If I ever have a kid, I'm going to name him Scout. That's just a really cool name. But anyway. Sorry, I got distracted. What were we talking about? Oh, mass consumption. But of course. Escapism. Why wouldn't people want to escape? Just look around you, and if you don't see it, your eyesight must be not too great. I always noticed that things were shit before smartphones. Blah, 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 blah. Let's try that again. I always noticed that things were shit before smartphones proved that my viewpoint was legit. But they'll never do anything about what is in their power. I get so disgusted. I wanna puke all the time. So I internalize this vomit. And that's why I appear to be so angry. 'Cause I see things that you just started to see, but you'll still never do anything that would make a lickety-lick of a difference. But I'm the one that's wrong. I'm the one that can't get along. I'm the one that's seemingly psychotic. I'm the one that should take medication. All because I said stuff that made you think a little too much than you're used to. 'Cause you're so out of touch with the world that you live in. But you escape it. That's good, though. That's a luxury, even if it doesn't feel like one. Whatever you're running from is gonna be right there when you get back. If you get back, if you get back. That's why it makes a lot more sense to just deal with it, but I know that's not the method. Most people really don't have a method that is their own. They just do what they're told. They just do what they're told. They just do what they're told until that shit they take it gets so old that it won't even work. But I don't feel sorry for you, because you're a little bitch. I'm kidding, I do feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you because you're a little bitch. I'm really good at these insults. But it's not because I want to be doing it. That's why if you insult me, I get wet. Thank you. Thank you. It's been so long. It's like a Sahara desert down there, you know? What could possibly turn me on in a world this wrong? In a world this wrong? What could possibly turn me on in a world this wrong? In a world this wrong? Why would I want to have kids? Sorry, there was my cynicism. Some people just aren't meant to do that because their perspective has always been right. And once the rest of the world starts to catch up, they still don't know what exactly to give up that would make things a lot better. They don't know what would make things better. Nobody knows. They all still have smartphones, so they obviously do not know. I know that I sound so arrogant because my lifestyle is just better, quite frankly. But I'm allowed to be proud, but I'm not proud. I'm just grateful that my brain isn't Swiss cheese. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I rose above my country. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I trusted my consciousness. It told me what not to do. It's really more about not doing stuff than doing stuff, you know? Because I see a lot of people complaining about how everything is so materialistic and everything's about money and everything's about the algorithm. You guys chose this shit. Shut the fuck up. You guys chose this shit. Don't walk away. Don't back out of this. At some point, you ought to start holding yourselves accountable for things that you do and decisions that you willingly make. Go ahead, leave my channel, bitch. Leave my channel and go watch something else that doesn't make you think. I lost 2 more subscribers last night. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Just kidding. I'm not proud. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that God gave me same people that mistakenly idealize me because they think that I'm gonna save them. Maybe I could help you, but not in the way that you want me to. I'm really just trying to help women and gay men. If I can help a straight man, that's cool, but unfortunately they idealize me, and because they have a penis, a heterosexual penis that wants to do stuff with it, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, please don't make me sick. See, I don't want to focus on identity. I really don't. But unfortunately, parts of our identity affect us in ways that we won't acknowledge until it's too late. Until it's made blatantly obvious that these things affect us more than we want them to. See, race. All these things are reality. They are a part of reality. What do we run from in society? Reality, reality, reality. Reality, reality, reality. Reality, reality, reality. I mean, I get it, but eventually the truth might just ruin you. That's what it do. If you don't want to listen to it, like if you don't listen to your body's going to prove that it exists. If you don't want to listen to your consciousness, if you turn that down or you turn that off, pretend that it does not exist, it's going to prove that you should have listened to it. Like if your instinct intuition tries to tell you not to do something and you still do it in spite of yourself, in spite of yourself, in spite of yourself, it's gonna let you know. You're gonna burn in hell. Spiritual hell. That's mental. That's emotional. People are so obsessed with the physical because they're not spiritual. They're so obsessed with the physical. They're so obsessed with the material. Probably because they live in America, or a country that strongly resembles America. Just trust my intuition more than most. That's why I get so many messages that you don't get. 'Cause God knows who's gonna listen. I like that a lot. That's kind of cool. It's like a different instrument or something. It just sounds like reverb. It sounds like I'm plugging this keyboard into an amp. Anyway. Yeah, God doesn't tell people stuff they ain't gonna listen to. There's like no point. You know? So, you know, when people ask me, well, how do you know this? Or how'd you figure this out? I don't know. I just have more spirit. I don't know. That sounds so, like, arrogant, doesn't it? Everybody has a spirit. It's just that a lot of people choose to ignore it. And then they're just so worldly. Like, all of their time and attention is devoted to worldly crap. You know, how many people still watch the news? How many people watch Alex Jones and don't realize that that motherfucker's been replaced? How many people, they have no idea how many of these motherfuckers are actually clones, okay? Their clone machine fucking sucks.